There has been
Right.
a report recently that you have said that you might get back with the Beatles. Is this true?
Well, I mean, the thing is, not really, no. The thing is that the business worries that were there are kind of gradually clearing up. So there's a possibility to do things with the Beatles and stuff, but I wouldn't think we get back together as a band.
Not going on stage together?
No, I wouldn't think so. I don't think any of us fancy it, to tell you the truth.
Do you think you've all gone your own way so much that you can't get back together musically?
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
What about the problems of you going to America and John Lennon coming out of America at the moment?
What about it?
Well, that'll stop you.
Yes, that's the problem, yeah. That's one of the problems anyway, you know.
Do you think you could do some recording, though?
Well, I mean, the answer is, you know, that when everything is sorted out, when everything's gradually sorted out, all our visa problems, all our business problems and all of that, we might do some stuff together, you know, if we feel like it, but your guess is as good as mine, really. And in the meantime, we're plugging on with our new band.
Have you met the Beatles at all, the other members?
Yes, John, I have.
Have you talked to them about getting back together again?
Yes, John, I have.
Do you think they're agreeable?
Well, I don't know, John.
They're on stage tonight.
No.
It's not Wings, it's the Beatles.
That's it, yeah. No, I say, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, if it happens, it happens. But no one's particularly plugging for it at the moment. In fact, it may not even be as good, you know. It mightn't even be as good. I think in a way the Beatles have done it, you know. Beatles started from nothing and got everywhere. The thing is, you know, I don't know whether anyone really would even like to even try and push it any further, you know.
The inevitable question. You know, I mean,
Are they ever going to get back together?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, is there any possibility? But secondly, much more important,
Yeah.
do you think that it's a good idea?
Well, that's another point altogether, whether it'd be a good idea or not. You see, it's strange, because at one period when they were asking me, I was saying, no, never, what the hell, go back, no, not me. And then there came to a period when I thought, well, why not, if we felt like making a record or doing something. Everybody always envisages the stage show. To me, if we worked together at studio again, you know, the stage show something else. If we got something to say in a studio, okay. Now, when I'm saying that, I turn the paper and Georgie's saying, not me, right? It's never got to a position where each one of us have wanted to do it at the same time. I think over the period of being apart, we've all thought, oh, that wouldn't be nice. That wouldn't be bad, you know. I mean, I've worked with Ringo and George. I haven't worked with Paul because we had a more difficult time, but now we're pretty close, you know. So, and the other question is, would it be worth it? You know, but that is answered by if we wanted to do it. If we wanted to do it, then it'd be worth it. If we got in a studio together and thought we turn each other on again, then it would be worth it, you know. And sod the critics, you know. I mean, you know, they've got nothing to do with it. You know, the music is the music. If we make a piece that we think was worthwhile, it goes out. But it's such a, you know, it's pie in the sky, you know. I don't care either way, you know. If somebody wants to pull it together, I'll go along, you know. I'm not in the mood to pull it together, that's for sure. I've got too much, I think we all have got too much to do ourselves. But if they were all in town, I'd say, come on down, you know, put them on my record, right? Then it'd be a Beatle record. But if they were around, you know, I jammed with Paul. I did actually play with Paul, yeah. We did a lot of stuff in LA. But there was 50 other people playing too, and they're all just watching me and Paul, you know.
Yeah. You must be pleased with what Paul's doing now, John.
I'm pleased that everybody's doing well, you know. Yeah. I'm more pleased that Ringo's doing well, you know, that he's got himself a good niche. Because I knew Paul would be all right. What the hell am I worried about him? You know, I know he's going to be all right.
The good news is that George Harrison is healthy and happy. The bad news is that he's healthy and happy without John, Paul, or Ringo.
You know, we've all leading our own lives. It's been 8 years, really. And I don't think an ad in the paper is going to do the trick. We have to want it personally ourselves. And not just to make $50 million or whatever the figure may be. We must do it because we want to be together as people first, and secondly, to be together for the music, and then everything else would fall into place. But at the moment, everybody is doing their own lives, and it feels to me a bit like saying, please go back to school. You know, that was like our apprenticeship.
I am not going to ask you if the Beatles are ever going to get back together, because they're not, are they?
Well, I won't answer anyway, and they're not.
But I will ask you, are you still friends?
Oh, yes, yes. I spoke to John this morning, said hello, and Yoko.
and the baby's fine. I spoke to George in England just the other day. Whenever this goes on, I only got in today. It depends which city I'm in, or which city anyone's in. If anyone came to Los Angeles and I was there, they'd say hello to me. If I go to London, I say hello to the others, and I come to New York and say hello.
So there's no friction?
There's a lot of friction.
Oh, there is? Well, tell me about it.
No, we've only got 5 minutes.
What is the...
There's no real friction. There's just some... there's friction and there's no friction, you know.
Is it differences in
NBC,
music?
26th of April, Ringo.
Is there a difference in music? Attitudes towards music?
No, we've got our own now. You know, I mean, Paul does Paul, George does George, and I do me, and John looks after the baby.